And you can find me on Relationship Trainer, on TikTok, Relationship Trainer, on Instagram, relationshiptrainer.org. I'm about to introduce you to another comedian funnier than me, so get ready to laugh. Hope you're going to the bathroom. The one and only Maurice Green. You gotta do stand-up comedy for real. We need to sit down sometimes. Clap it up for yourselves for coming out this evening. Could have been anywhere, but you decided to be here. Now, when I do my shows, I like to open it up to one of my favorite songs. Since the DJ decided to take the night off, so it's DJ Absent. He's never here. He's never here. I like to open up with one of my favorite songs. So if you friends know this song, I need y'all to help me out. You know help me? All right, here we go. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da. Whoa, whoa. Boom, 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 boom. You make me happy. You know how you know the lyrics, so you mumble it? You're standing beside me. Okay, y'all started you. Yes, I'm good. And I show you care. I really love you. You should know. I wanna make you remember. That was probably like 1% of the audience did not appreciate that song. It's this gentleman right in the middle with the silver hair. So I want to make him feel a part of the room, so I'm going to do something that he's probably familiar with. Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. Boom, 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 boom. And you're always glad you came. Boom, boom, boom. You wanna be where people can see. La, 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 la. You wanna go where everybody goes. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. His facial expression did not change. I gotta go back to the front. I gotta go. Not even that way. These are Charlie Chaplin movies. Just, I know that one. I know that. You gonna bring that man out of convalescent home? You know he wanna sleep. I'm just playing. You just. Oh my God. Is this heaven? Yes, it's all black angels in heaven. It's all black. Oh my goodness gracious, things are going pretty well for me this year, man. I'm down about 50 pounds. I'm down 50 pounds. A full-time job, a real job for once, a full-time job, yep. With the benefits, full benefits. I ain't never had benefits in my life. You know what I'm saying? Got myself some life insurance, man. Gotta get yourself some life insurance. We ain't gonna live forever. You don't wanna burden your family with your bills. Get yourself some life insurance. And the great thing about life insurance is if you haven't had the greatest of life, the best thing you can do is get a good policy. So that's the only thing your family gonna remember, no matter how bad you was. You know what I'm saying? They gonna forget the fact that you only went to church when it wasn't football season. You understand what I'm saying? Because you got yourself a policy. They gonna forget the fact that you ain't never put nothing in a collection plate. Because you got yourself a policy. Me, I'm glad I finally got myself some insurance because before I got my policy, the only thing I was gonna leave my family was my PlayStation. And I don't got that many games. I got the game that comes with the system, you know what I mean? And it's the PlayStation 4, it's not even a new one. Dang, I can't do better. Step my game up, We talk about how Uncle was another, he just left the PS4. He couldn't get one game. That's crazy, man. Gotta step it up in life. Gotta step it up in life, man. That's why, for the first time in 10 years, I got myself some new bed covers. I got myself some new. Men do not care about no new sheets. The only reason why men care about the sheets because they got a good woman. I got myself a good woman. That's the only reason. If you got yourself a woman, you don't care about no sheets. Only reason why he got sheets because he got a good woman, man. You ride them sheets till the wheels fall off and go on for the lady maybe let's get some new sheets. That is the truth. But the tariffs is very high, you know. Things are so expensive. Eggs are expensive. I love omelets. And I like breakfast more than I like bedding. So you know what I had to do? I had to get my sheets from the Dollar General. And if you know anything about them Dollar General sheets, they got a low thread count. Very, very coarse. It's like you laying inside a bowl of shredded wheat. You need a pedicure just to hop in your bed comfortably. Because if you got them corn chips feet, you hop in that shredded wheat bed, you liable to cause a fire. I think that's how all the fires in Los Angeles got started earlier this year. Some dude got some Dollar General sheets and low thread count shredded wheat, hop in the bed, no pedicure, half of Hollywood is gone. Half of Hollywood is in the me and my lady, I've been dating my lady for the past year and 3 months. The past year. That's good for me. This is the longest relationship I've ever been in my life. So come on, I gotta give it up to you. We've been married for 40 years. What's 1 year? I gotta start somewhere. My girlfriend, she's fantastic. She's Puerto Rican. She's petite. And she's a professional lawyer. So you know what that means? That's my life insurance policy. That's the one. She's loaded, you know what I'm saying? She gives me a good allowance, she put me in the will, kicked out one of her sons, you know what I'm saying? But I'm getting older, like stuff is starting like to frustrate me. I'm only 46, so I'm not, not old yet, but I'm like definitely at the entry of the club of being old, you know what I'm saying? 46 is like I'm paying my fare to be old, you know what I'm saying? I'm paying the fare to get into the club of being old. Then when you're in your 50s, that's like you putting your coat in the coat room, you understand what I'm saying? When you're in your 60s, you at the dance floor, you understand what I'm saying? When you're in your 70s, you in the bathroom, you know what I'm saying? When you're in your 80s, you know what I'm saying? You in the VIP, 90s and above, you in the mezzanine. That's the upper room I'm just doing. And when we get older, like stuff, it just bothers you more. Like sounds, it sound louder for some strange reason, don't it? Lights, it seems like it's brighter, don't it? Don't it seem like everybody got their high beams on for some strange reason? Is it the high beams or it's my eyes? You know what I mean? Cars be coming up, and I'm the type, you got your high beams on, I flash you. Bring them high beams up. Then they lights get brighter. So that wasn't their high beams, my eyes is weaker. This is crazy. I get very frustrated. I get very annoyed. I'm starting to really, really hate CVS. I am so frustrated with CVS. The older I get, that is the worst place on the planet. Yes, it is. And I'm going to tell you exactly why, because they always understaffed. You understand what? They always out of stock. And they put everything behind the glass case. They put toothpaste behind the glass case. They put deodorant behind the They put everything behind the glass case. And when you push the button, boom, nobody never comes. Because there's always a long line at the front, you know what I mean? And there's always an elderly woman at the front of the line with a Bible long list of coupons, trying to get a discount on some Friskies. And she don't got no cat. She just holding up life. Haggling the poor clerk. She gotta get her discount. She cut them coupons. She's like, pardon? And aisle 5 it says the Friskies for $5.99. You're trying to charge me $6.99. I need you to mark that down. And I need to make a Western Union to my grandson Jimmy. I love my Jimmy, he needs the money. And I used to watch Charlie Chaplin movies with my grandson. I told him I had a crush on Charlie Chaplin. He didn't believe me. I had the Polaroids. The Polaroids are the proof. I had a crush on Charlie Chaplin. He had such a beautiful mustache. It was kind of like Scotty from The Whispers. Rocksteady. That's what you dealing with, man. The CVS, man. It's ridiculous. Oh, man. What we got going? What else we got going on, man? Now, I love doing shows like in different places, but even though like, I'm a bigger guy, I don't like confrontation. I'm always concerned about the thugs that are going to be in the room, right? And recently, I did a show in Greenwich, and there was a lot of thugs in Greenwich, Connecticut, the richest city in America. The thugs in Greenwich look weird, they look strange. They're the type of thugs that'll like steal your identity, but then improve your credit. And there's nothing wrong with good credit, but you can't go from like 500 to 800 in one day. It's gonna raise some red flags, and my behind gonna be thrown in prison, and prison is not a good look for me. Because in the streets, I know some of y'all thought this, kind of like George Foreman a little bit. That's messed up that y'all chuckled at that. But in prison, I look like Amber Rose. For those that don't know, that's Kanye West's ex-girlfriend. She has a bald head, big booty, light skin, just like me. In prison, we're practically identical twins. And you don't want to be Amber Rose's twin in prison, you will become the main course. That's like being beef patties around Jamaicans. That's like being spaghetti around Italians. That's like being cats around Asians. See, y'all moaning and groaning and y'all judging me, but we know for a fact the meat texture in the Chinese food is different. You thought that was General Tso's chicken? That's General Tso's chicken, man. You eat it too fast, you burp and go, and I know that sounds kind of racist, but I have not seen any Asians in the room, and it is okay to talk junk about folks if they're not in the room. I learned that from white people. Oh my God. So this relationship thing, you know, like, I'm in new territory, being with her for so long, and you don't really know somebody until you know somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of struggle and compromise. And I'm really trying to make this work, but I almost had to break up with her. I almost had to let her go. Let her go. I almost had to. Because she's like, you know, she's a professional. She adores me. She supports me. She's not really skilled in the domestic area. Like, she don't use no fabric softener in the laundry. She don't use no fabric. All my clothes be crunchy. I put my clothes on the stick like a Tin Man when I'm walking. This is crazy, man. And she used, this is gonna make black folks mad. She used one dryer sheet for 2 longs. Exactly, man. Black folk, we love our dryer. We use 7 dryer sheets for 1 pair of drawers. 7 dryer sheets for 1 pair of drawers. And she mixed the colors with the whites. I said, this is not the dream that Dr. King had in mind. When it comes to mixing colors with whites, I'm very racist when it comes to my clothes, man. All my t-shirts was pink. So when you pull out my drawers, I look like one of the biggest supporters of breast cancer awareness, man. Yeah, but you can't break up for no silly reason. You can't break up for no silly reason. No. Before I got this full-time job, right? You know, I was really chasing comedy big time, and I used to do like a lot of odd jobs like Instacart, DoorDash, that type of thing. And I used to love doing Instacart, like the grocery shopping. But the thing that used to frustrate me most is when I go into grocery stores and I go to the deli, because it's always old people at the deli holding up life. Why do you do this? They gotta tell a life story between every single slice, and it's like they club, literally. Like, is that why I'm gonna be hanging out 20 years from now at the deli? He be hanging out, I can tell you be hanging out at the deli, getting your little Swiss cheese, your Gouda, all that, you know. This is back in 1975. I was the best football player in Bridgeport, Connecticut. That's exactly what I was. Two-time champion. And before Al Bundy, it was me. He looked like the dude that played Bill Cosby father in the Cosby Show. Like the father that looked younger than Bill or some shit. I was like, nah, you know what I'm saying? They be holding up life. And you know who at the front of the line? That same lady that was at CVS. Pardon, I need a quarter pound of Gouda cheese and a quarter pound of Black Forest ham. I'm gonna make sandwiches. And I need the avocado mayonnaise because it's better for my intestines. You know your intestines start to go when you get old, you know. And I remember I have to send the Western Union to my grandson Jimmy. He needs the money. He was in a pickle, so I gave him the Western Union. We watched a lot of Charlie Chaplin movies. I told him I had a crush on Chaplin. He didn't believe me. I had the Polaroids with the proof. His mustache was beautiful like Scotty from the Whispers. That's what I'm dealing with. That's what I'm dealing with, man. It's ridiculous. Oh my gosh. 46 years old, clap it up. 46. Really happy. Because a lot of times, black people don't be living that long, you know. Especially black men. You see, it's on like 4 of us in here. And that's a reason for that, because between diabetes, police brutality, child support, and the COVID vaccine, we are an endangered species. And as you get older, your priorities change. When I was young, I couldn't wait to get to the club. Now that I'm pushing 50, if I go to the club, I can't wait to go to bed. Happy hour is sleepy time for me. You understand what I'm saying? Siesta is my fiesta, is what I'm saying. Get strange injuries when you get older, strange injuries. Like 2 weeks ago, I tore my ACL playing basketball in my dreams, man. I hit the game-winning shot. Now I gotta take ice baths instead of bubble baths. Using Bengay like it's lotion. Going to my face smell like a hospital bed. Hospitally fresh. Hospitally fresh. But I realized I was getting older when I realized I really do enjoy the taste of a pastrami Reuben. And for those that don't know, that's an old school sandwich with old school ingredients. It comes with Swiss cheese, Thousand Island, sauerkraut, that's convalescent cuisine. I have it every Thursday at 4 p.m. with a tapioca pudding and a yoo-hoo while watching the Golden Girls. I think Blanche is beautiful, and if they could bring her back to life, I would make her my boo-boo. Because Blanche got that boom, 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 boom. Thank you for being a friend. Help me out now. Travel around the world. That sounds beautiful. Your heart is true. You're a angel. Give it up for the church. Give it up for the church. It sounds so beautiful. Got a couple more. Then I'm gonna get out of your way. Bring up the next comedian or maybe the host. I don't even discuss how we doing this. Is that what we doing today? Are we doing popcorn style, baton style, or baton? Okay. Now, as far as I know, I don't have any children. I ain't need my dad till I was 31. It's possible. He gave me $200 in a handshake. Cheapest child support ever, you know. But as far as I know, I don't have no kids. And like my mother, black mother, you know, they always pressure their boys when they don't have no kids, especially when you're over 40. She's like, Mo, when you gonna make me some kids? Mo, when you gonna make me some grandkids? I said, when you let me have company past 10 p.m. I can't afford rent and hotels. My mother is a hater. And this is the thing, my mom's recently got saved. She recently found Christ. So she no longer fornicating. She's no longer doing funny business in the house. So she's not allowed to do funny business in the house. Nobody's allowed to do funny business in the house. And it's a rule, because my mother don't even go to church. My mother be sipping wine while watching YouTube sermons. I love to be sipping wine while watching T.D. Jakes, Tony Evans, and Joe Osteen. And I'm like, Dad, Mom, why is you sipping wine while you watching church? Like, what you talking about? This is the blood of Christ. This is the record from the Bible. This is the Exodus. This is the Passover. I said, Mom, I understand that, but you drinking Pinot Grigio. It's the wrong color, and bad enough, it's not even a bottle of Pinot Grigio. It's the box Pinot Grigio, you know what I'm saying? That Franzia with the plastic bag on the inside, this sticker on the outside. She gonna run out of wine, fill up her glass about, only God can judge me. God is my only friend. That's the wine sticker sound. If I die on stage, I die with those two around, right? It's gonna fall out. I do need to have some children, though. You know what I'm saying? I do. I understand. I mean, I have to get married first. Okay, get married, and then have some children. Yeah. And if I do, you know, I got my lady, but I gotta marry somebody from the motherland. I have to have a child with a beautiful African sister from the mother. I gotta bring it back to the roots, man. I gotta get chocolate. My roots gotta be chocolate. That's one reason. Yep. I like that two-plex. I take a two-plex. They thought everybody else was going to join. They was like, so, okay, let me put my plex back in my pocket. Nah, just to make my lineage darker. But there's another important reason why I need to have a child with an African sister. You want to know the main reason? Because the infomercials in the 80s and the 90s, the Salad Struggles told me it only costs 25 cents a day to raise a healthy African black baby, man. That's only $7.50 per month. I can afford that. I'll pay more for Disney Plus. I don't even watch it. Just like I'm not gonna watch that baby. Hey, my dad never watched me. I'm following in my father's footsteps, which happen to be not so big because he's only 5'6". He has very little shoes. I lost y'all, but I got y'all back a little bit. This is my last one. He said, we got good fathers, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. We got good fathers. I'm trying to bare my soul, don't judge me. Now, I'm glad I got my lady, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad it calmed me down. It took away all the bitterness. It took away all the anger. Got myself a good one. Dr. B actually prayed for me to have a good woman. So glad for Dr. B. Yeah, I'm taking your joke away. I'm taking away your thunder. I'm saying it first. He prayed, and I got myself a good woman. But yes, you did. Yeah. Before that, I was a little bitter, and I had this weird dating philosophies. Like, my philosophy before I met my woman was, you either adore me or ignore me. Nothing in between. I want the lady to be all in day one or absolutely nothing. You know what I'm saying? And when you have that type of mentality, you pretty much probably gonna be single for the rest of your life, man. Stop watching Kevin Samuels. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta, you know, but you still gotta shoot your shot. You still have to make the attempt. And before I had my lady, that's exactly what I did. It was right after a comedy show at the bar. I saw this beautiful chocolate sister, conservatively dressed, sipping on a martini. I approached her gingerly and I asked her, I said, ma'am, I think you're gorgeous, and I would love to take you out sometime if that's okay with you. She was like, well, you know, that's all well and good, but you know, I just gave my life to Christ, and I only be dealing with a preacher or a pastor. I said, you only be dealing with a preacher? She was like, yeah. I said, you only be dealing with a pastor? She was like, yeah. I said, well, you know what? You came to the right place. I was looking at you, it was looking real beautiful, like a sexy chocolate Kit Kat action. I'ma take you to breakfast, I'ma take you to lunch, I'ma take you to dinner. I'ma buy you those red shoes, that spaghetti strap dress, that Chanel perfume. The only stipulation, we gotta go to the hotel and have some consummation, but we're not yet married, so it's really fornication. And if you have a baby, if you get pregnant, I'm gonna catch the Holy Ghost. And then I say ghost, I mean ghost literally. Cause I'm not gonna be in that child's life. My daddy wasn't there for me, so I'm not gonna be there for that kid. I'm following in my father's footsteps. Yeah. That's my time. I appreciate y'all. Y'all been a wonderful audience. We're gonna keep this beautiful, clean show rolling. Coming next to the stage, all the way from New Haven, one of my brothers in this comedy game. Clap it up for Keith Thomas. Keep it going, bro. The comedians y'all see tonight. The congregation makes some noise. Can I get a whoop, whoop? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I see it from here. This must be the most well-behaved young church in Bridgeport, huh? Ain't no kids running around. We got a lot of, that's not even a pop. They just hear the air. Stop it. This generation, y'all got the job done. Make some noise for y'all. My generation, you done dropped the ball, man. And I'm responsible too. I done dropped the ball a couple times. I got 3 kids. The first one was playing, the other 2 was mistakes. I'm just playing. Look, God bless me with my children. You know how to test my patience. Do I have a witness? Because I'm really looking for a babysitter, and I look like some good prospects in here. My name is Key Dollar. Make some noise for that. This new generation is disrespectful. Back in the day, couldn't even look like you wanted to answer an adult conversation, especially if they had nothing to do with you. Walk by and ignore it. This new generation, my kids, talking to my wife the other day, you won't believe this. They getting on my nerves. At work, I'm about to crash out. Talking to my wife. Next thing my son butted in and said, well, actually,